Hi everybody, I'm David, one of your experts here at the BabyDoc Shop. Buying your first buggy. It's supposed to be a lot of fun, but for many it can be confusing and overwhelming. The range of brands, the options on models, even terminology like carry cot and travel system can leave your head in a little bit of a spin. But when a customer comes to us at the BabyDoc Shop, we start by giving them the knowledge and the confidence to become a buggy expert themselves. Your first buggy should last you for years. So our philosophy here at the BabyDoc Shop is to help our customers match the buggy to their future lifestyle. So why don't we get rid of these and get cracking into our top 4 tips for buying your first buggy. Okay, so first up is single buggy versus single to double buggy. Now what does that mean? Well, this is probably the most important question you need to ask yourself when you first get started. A single only buggy, like the UPPAbaby Cruise, will only ever have one seat unit on the frame at a given moment in time. So that's either a carry cot or a car seat or a seat unit. A single to double buggy, like the UPPAbaby Vista, can operate as either a single buggy or you can add a second seat onto the frame if you wish. Now this single to double is the so-called future-proof option, because if another baby does arrive within a couple of years, it should avoid you needing to change the buggy. Now the catch with the single to double buggies is that they tend to be a little bit heavier, a little bit bulkier, and about 100 to 200 euro more expensive, but they should hopefully help you avoid an additional cost down the line. Now most brands will offer models in both versions. So as you can see here, I've got the single only UPPAbaby Cruise and the single to double UPPAbaby Vista, both of which look remarkably similar. Bugaboo has a range of single options, including the super smooth, super comfy Bugaboo Fox 3, and it has a single to double side-by-side buggy, which is the Bugaboo Donkey. iCandy has a range of options in both categories, such as this really nice iCandy Lime, which is a single buggy, and this very similar looking iCandy Orange, which is a single to double. Cybex also offer plenty of choice to consumers. For example, their most popular single only buggy is the Cybex Pream, and then they have this fantastically durable single to double buggy, which is called the Cybex Gazelle. Now, most first-time parents tend to lean towards the single to double buggies because ultimately it helps them keep their options open. But really, it's a matter for you to decide which best will suit your lifestyle. So how about we get rid of these and let's move on to the next point. Okay, so the next key thing to consider is wheel size and suspension. Now, why is that important? Well, if you're someone who likes to get out and about for a walk, as a general rule of thumb, bigger wheels and softer suspensions are better suited to this lifestyle. In contrast, smaller wheel buggies tend to be a little bit more lightweight, a little bit more nimble, but much better suited to smooth surfaces and kind of city living. Why don't I give you an example with Bugaboo? Like this super cute, super nimble Bugaboo B. Small wheels, really lightweight, making it perfect for kind of smooth surfaces around cities and even apartment living. On the other hand, you have the big wheels and really soft suspension of the Bugaboo Fox. Now this is an all-terrain buggy and it is designed to be pushed around city, suburban and even rural environments. Ultimately, it's up to you to consider what exactly do you need your buggy to do and then what do you have to spend. Generally speaking, the bigger wheels and softer suspensions tend to cost a little bit more. So it's up to you to weigh up whether or not it's worth the investment. So while you're mulling that over, why don't we move on to the next point? Now we're on to number 3, which is the fold. And for me personally, this is a big one. It has 2 parts. First of all, the ease of folding the buggy. And then secondly, the amount of space the folded buggy actually requires. So the ease of folding the buggy is important because you will fold it hundreds, if not thousands of times over the course of its lifetime. So you really need to pick one that you're comfortable with. Some buggies, in my experience, seem to fold at the click of a finger. Others can be a little bit more fiddly. One of the main things to watch out for here is whether it folds as a 1-piece or a 2-piece fold. So what do I mean by that? Well, why don't I show you an example? A 1-piece fold folds with the seat unit still attached to the buggy like so, whereas a 2-piece fold requires you to remove the seat unit from the buggy and then fold it. Now, neither is better than the other, but ultimately it's up to you to decide which one you prefer. This brings me nicely onto the second half of this point, and that's you need to think about where you intend on storing the folded buggy. Some buggies have a really lightweight material and a nice compact fold, making them really easy to carry and super simple to store. Other buggies have a really compact freestanding fold, making them perfect to leave in hallways and corridors. On the other hand, some buggies have a much bigger fold, whereas they may have to lie flat, or you can store them on their side like so. Again, what you need to do is think about your living space and match the buggy to your lifestyle. Our final point is to consider brand reputation. Now, generally speaking, the better brands come in at the higher price points, but a buggy should last you for a lifetime, regardless of which model you choose. Our recommendation is to go for the more reputable brands, the likes of the UPPAbabies, Bugaboo, Eye Candy, Cybex, Silvercross. Ultimately, they may cost you more today, but they should give you much better value for money in the long run. It's always a good idea to ask friends for recommendations too. They'll tell you the good and the bad. And possibly one of the most important things to do is make sure you buy from a reputable store. So there you have it. This is the top 4 tips for buying your very first buggy. If you did enjoy this video, please help us out by liking, by commenting, and by sharing. Here at the BabyDoc Shop, we are the buggy experts, and we love helping our customers find the very best buggy that matches their lifestyle. If you have any questions whatsoever, please do get in touch. I've included all of our contact details in the description below. I'm David, one of your buggy experts here at the BabyDoc Shop. Thanks a lot for watching.